Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll discuss about GATE 2021. The present video consisting of syllabus, what is the syllabus, and important dates, and preparation strategies, and timelines, book list, etc. So let us go through the key highlights. So who is conducting GATE 2021? It is IIT Bombay. And IIT Bombay has good branch about controls. So questions regarding controls may be expected of high weightage. That application will start from August or September. Most probably it will be same even after having corona pandemic till the GATE examination. The date will be same, and exam, we all know that it is in February and it is online mode, we know that. So no revision in syllabus. So let us go through the dates. So we know that exam opens between August and September. Generally the closing for submission application is 4th week of September, and last date is generally on 3rd week of November, and admit card will come in January and exam will be in 1st week of February. And please note that generally in this period we have IES examination also generally, but now since because of pandemic the UPSC has revised its calendar. In which the present examinations are deferred by literally more than 3 to 4 months. So the expected UPSC notification for next year is generally it is around September. So since the present exams are deferred by 3 to 4 months, so I am expecting the next year IAS examinations will be in month of March or April. If the present delay is added, if UPSC thinks that there is no more delay to be introduced, then these dates will be cancelled and same January will be there. So, and results, we know that 3rd week of March, generally March 17th or 18th will be the result day. Now let's see the syllabus and weightage of electrical engineering. So general aptitude 15 marks. Here you can get 13 to 14 easily. 13 to 14 easily. So let's say 13. Okay. And engineering mathematics, you can solve up to 90%, and that extra 10% is somewhat lengthy in calculations. Like for example, if any inverse matrix or any lengthy equation is done, then it will take some time, but it is 90% solvable. And signals and systems 8.5. So by seeing the weightage, you can see that the highest weightage generally goes for mathematics. So we can see it is for maths, and it is for analog and digital, and it is for networks, and the next is going for power systems, and next control systems, and next signals and systems, next machines. Okay, it is the weightage. Now if you analyze, let us divide into core and non-core. Say the mass circuits, electrical circuits, controls, and general aptitude, and analog and digital. These 5 subjects comes under slot 1, and it has nearly more than 50 to 60% of weightage. You can check that. And the next, coming to core block, power systems, power electronics, and machines, and EMT generally EMT is used to solve problems in power systems in actually HVDC and transmission lines. So you can add EMT as an add-on, or else these measurements, this comes under slot 2. It has weightage from 30 to 40%. It has the weightage. So if you ask me, so how to get maximum marks? So focusing on slot 1 will fetch you maximum marks. So generally in GATE examination, for 100 marks, for an average, if your score is between 70 to 80, you get a decent amount of rank, which will get you into PSUs and IITs and IISc. This is above average marks. And if it is between 80 and greater than 80, it is very good. And from 60 to 70 is average, good and average. So based on this, you can see that if taking up with at least 80 or 90% efficiency, so by this slot 1, you are at most you are getting from 45 to 50 marks, and from slot 2 you can fetch at least from 25 to 30 marks. Even if I add this lowest criteria, it will fetch up to 70, which comes under above average. So plan accordingly in a slot way. Coming into the syllabus. The syllabus, we have seen that engineering mathematics comes under slot 1, and see the syllabus. And circuit slot 1, control slot 1, and what else? Power system slot 2, machine slot 2, analog digital slot 1, measurement slot 2, power electronics slot 2, signal slot 2, EMT slot 2. So by this you can see that you can plan accordingly. Say for example, you have from August to January. So August, September, October, November, December, January. We have 6 full months for preparation. In 6 full months for preparation, leave the January for revision. So we have now 5 full months for preparation. And January is the last one for revision. In 5 full months of preparation, you should give at least 3 months for slot 1 and 2 months for slot 2. 3 months for slot 1 and 2 months for slot 2. And this should go along with what we should read in this, along with class notes. You should read class notes, and you should go for previous year, which is very important. Just by going through previous year, you can at least solve 60% of the questions every year. Class notes, previous year, and sample problems for each concept. Sample problems for each concept. And people will ask me about what about the test series, which test series should we follow. That I can make separate video for the test series, but it has 2 criteria. One is fresher, who is newly giving, and other is repeater, means who is giving again to get some better rank. For fresher, I recommend to go for test series. But for repeater, I won't recommend that, because in test series huge amount of time and energy will be wasted. You can go for the mock test, which will be conducted in the last month. At least you can give 2 to 3 mock test, full length mock test, but don't go for individual level test series. This will consume your maximum time. In fact, you can revise the subject with the help of previous year and class notes and sample concept questions, and you can discuss, or you can follow any Facebook group or any other discussion groups to get knowledge about trending topics. Okay, and here is the Google Drive link. Here is a Google Drive link. I won't recommend people to spend lakhs of amount for coaching again and again to get the same data. The GATE and technical subjects are static subjects. Static. These are not like current affairs to read in a different way in different time spans. Since it's a static subject, you can get your previous notes and cover the same subject with updated newly trending topics which you can get in any Facebook group. So for that, many of people don't have access to handwritten notes, or don't have access to material or content, or people have access to material and content but they need that books in digital form. And I will say the importance of digital form, because people have asked me how to study for working professional, because digital notes and digital content is very important for preparation while you are working. This I will make a separate video on how to prepare while working and how to organize your time so that you can get as per with the conventional students who are preparing in coaching institutes. So now I will explain some few important topics in each subject which are generally important to focus. So first I will take into the electrical circuits. You can write down these notes which I am saying by pausing the video at regular intervals. So coming to the electrical circuits topic, in electrical circuits, if the examiner wants to make the paper easy, he will focus on KCL, KVL, nodal, mesh and power factor transients of up to first order. Means this KCL, KVL, nodal, mesh, transient response of DC is easy one up to certain level first order, because in second order you should go for Laplace transforms and again. So for to make the topic difficult, the difficult topics which you should focus is two-port networks, magnetic coupled circuits and phasor diagrams and Laplace transforms. These are the topics which the examiner will use to trick and make a difference between you and the other. Coming to Laplace transforms, we have Laplace transforms in mathematics also. This Z transform will overlap with the signals and systems. So the syllabus will looks like a big and vast, but if you combine the topics, it is not more than 4 to 5 subjects. So Z transform will go with signals, Fourier transform will go with signals, Laplace transform will go with signals and network theory. Okay. And next we'll go for control systems. And in control systems, generally they ask the difficult topics they ask is about root locus and state space model and Nyquist criteria. In Nyquist criteria, we all know that they will ask about whether the system is stable or not, and they will ask about number of poles on right hand side and so on. So in root locus also they may give this root locus diagram and ask you to find about various findings in it. So these are the three important topics in root locus. Means these are the difficult topics, I mean to say. And coming to electrical machines. In electrical machines, they should focus about where it is. You should focus about transformers, efficiency, regulation, and synchronous machines. In synchronous machines, mainly about same efficiency calculations, voltage regulation, and in DC machines, it is all about DC machines is all about circuits. If you know about the concept of DC machines, you can solve with the help of the circuits. So in power systems, the topics are stability concepts, equilibrium criteria, and power system protection. So these three topics, stability, protection, stability, and equilibrium criteria, are the topics which they use. Generally, the examiner will focus about the last word which generally people will ignore. You can see state transition matrix can be asked, equilibrium criteria can be asked, type of losses and efficiency calculation in electrical machines will be asked. We generally ignore the last word and we will focus on the initial topics. They can go for error analysis. They can give about error analysis, types of errors. The theoretical questions can be asked. And here, see the programming and interfacing they can ask. And here, sinusoidal pulse width modulation. It has been asked in 18 or 19, I don't think so exactly. It has been asked, yes, in 18. Pulse width modulation questions has been asked in 18. And here you can see jet transform. So just focus about the last word, because that is the where examiner will focus and trick you. We generally follow from the start network graph, KCL and KVL, and we ignore the last part and Green's theorem. You can see the previous year questions also. Whenever the paper is tough, questions from these last areas has been asked. So if you ask me what are the reference standard books we should use for various subjects. For electrical machines, it is PS Bimbra. PS Bimbra, I prefer DC in PS Bimbra is good. And for transformers and synchro, you can any coaching material is fine. And power electronics, same PS Bimbra. Solve textbook MCQs. These are important for state exams also. And for I generally don't prefer books for any other subjects, but control system in nowadays it is getting questions from Nagur Kanni. Even Kotari is good, but the text is somewhat easy in Nagur Kanni. And for circuits, Chakrabarti. If you have any difficulty in getting these textbooks, please drop a message in the comment box about which particular book you are not finding. I will let you know that the link or any Google Drive link to download the same. And if you feel any topic to be covered, any particular topic, any particular concept to be covered in a detail, please leave that in the comment box. Or any strategies for any other state examinations you need, please leave that in the comment box, and so that I can make another video. So please like, subscribe to get valuable content directly to your YouTube profile. Thank you.